My presentation will be based off of the Hunger Games. I'll be going through chapter 1 of pages 4 through 6, just in case you haven't read it. I will skim through this. This is page 4. We'll be back here. Now here, these are the words from the reading that are specific to the Hunger Game community. So these are common words that we use, like the capital, districts, meadow. Although these are common words, they do have different meanings in this community. For example, the capital is where all of the rich people live. Panama is the country. Hunger Games is the games that are played throughout the districts. The districts are different areas separated depending on where you live and what your job is. In this case, the meadow does mean a meadow, but is also known as like a free part between all the districts, and the reaping is where you were selected for the Hunger Games. The first community I picked was arena community. So the goal is to have a victor at the end of the game. However, at the very beginning of the Hunger Games, it was known to be a reminder of the Brit Rebellion and a price that the districts had to pay in order to get food. So the members that enter the arena are chosen during the reaping from the districts, both male and female, between the ages of 12 and 18. The purpose for communicating in the arena. So from the outside world, you are given sponsors that will support you and send you small packages with notes and supplies that you need to live. There are also noises in the arena that indicate things, such as the booms that indicate someone has died. For the most part, inside the arena, you don't speak to one another, but in the case of Katniss and Rue, you use mockingjays to communicate with each other. The next community is the Everdeen community. Modes of communication was mostly spoken face-to-face throughout the household. Impact of communication. There is no modern technology in this community since the families do live in poverty and not much electricity goes through their district. So even if they wanted to use technology, they can't. topics of discussion. It's mostly about the reaping and how Prim is very worried to be chosen, but they try to calm her down by saying her chances are low just because of how young she is and the amount of names or the amount of times her name has been put in the bowl. It also is told to the mother that no matter what happens, she must be strong because Katniss is aware of how she fell apart when her father passed. The last community I picked was the District 12 community. So the rules are every time you purchase food from the capital, you must place your name in the bowl to be drawn. If you are between the ages of 12 and 18, you also must take part in the reaping. Their specialized language, they don't really have a special language. If anything, they're just normal words with a slight or different meaning. And their membership is you were born into their community. For the active system, I did do a list and I did place the picture right here as a reference. So for subject, I put tributes including Katniss Everdeen showcase their skill in front of the game makers and those watching throughout the district and capital. I just remember I didn't say what activity system. This is the archery activity system for Katniss. That's when she kind of showcases her skills and everything to those watching. So the tools are weapons or items that show defense or a survival method, depending on which one you are more familiar with. The rules are you wait for your district and name to be called, you introduce yourself, and then you show off your skill. And you can't hurt anyone in the process. And then you exit the room. Your motive, so the objective is to impress those who are watching so they don't forget you while you are in the arena and can help you out. So the outcome is that you gain sponsors that send you things while you are in the arena. So the community is game makers and those who participate in the games. Division of labor provide help later on in the game they provide things later on in the game to things you can't get in the arena. They also give them ranks and help those know who are the strongest and the weakest within districts. And that is my presentation.